有史以来豆瓣评分最高的纪录片更新了。地球脉动前2季在豆瓣获得 9.7 和 9.8 高分，近20年后第3季发布，引起新一轮热议。
So for Planet Earth 3, there's 7 different habitats, and it's got lots of new behaviour, lots of new species. We have a human episode, which is animals that live alongside humans. Chimpanzees that are living in a forest, and it's all the trees around it have been cut down, and then they have to come out, and there's not enough food there. We spent 5 years making that series. We went to more than 40 countries around the world, taking the best filming techniques. But actually the submarine didn't have anyone in it. So we filmed this story over a long time in the deep, and this is now 3 kilometers down. There's a lot of uncertainty though, and it happens in a fraction of a second. The crocodile's hidden in the water hole and jumps out and catches them. So the cameraman's sitting there for maybe 14 hours in a day, where he would just and then wake up, 5 seconds sleeps. He ended up spending 300 hours total in the hide. There's a kind of seals that the sharks are eating are fighting back. Scientists don't fully understand exactly what's happening. And when I say best story, it's a story where the animal is new or the behavior is new, and that there's multiple emotional story beats to it. The crew returned to an island that David Attenborough, who's our narrator, he had been there 66 years before. Some of the sea level is rising and eroding some of the beach where the turtles lay their eggs, and then it's difficult for the turtles to get back into the water. They may get stuck, and then they can get cooked in the sun. When they're in the egg, the temperature of the sand dictates if they're a male or a female, and if it's warm, it's a female. So now 99% of the population are female. Because humanity and the impact we have on the natural world is so fast and so rapid, the pace is difficult for animals to adapt and change quick enough. And then the final episode is about heroes, is ordinary people doing extraordinary things to save the planet. They're very rare birds. These 2 Austrian women who basically raise them from eggs like they're their mothers, basically. But then they have to teach the birds to migrate across the mountains. So they go up, it looks like a very fragile microlight, and they fly over the mountains with the birds following them, following their mothers effectively, and then teach them how to migrate. I have a PhD in animal behaviour. I'm a vegetarian. There's lots of us who are vegetarians. It's difficult to eat animals when you film them and love them. I've worked for 20 years on those 3 Planet Earths, and the greatest pleasure, I think, is being somewhere in the wild, in the natural world, watching an animal that feels very relaxed with you. There's experiences I had in Planet Earth 1 where we were filming Arctic foxes. They'd never seen people before, and I thought, we're never going to be able to film her. She's just going to be too nervous. She had her babies, and after a few days, when we just sit there and watch her relax, she starts to get more and more relaxed, and she comes closer and closer, and by the end she was coming right up to us. And so for me, one of the biggest changes is I find it's getting harder to find animals to film, and harder to find animals that are relaxed with people. And we want to inspire people to love the natural world, really love it, and to understand it and want to protect it.